Central Pennsylvania is home to companies and industries of all types and sizes. And while employers are doing more than ever to keep their workplaces safe, injuries on the job are an unfortunate reality, especially for those involving physical labor. So joining us today is TJ Sabatino, an attorney with Georgia List Injury Law Firm, to talk about these issues with workers' compensation claims. I'm sure you hear this all the time, and really what an injured worker needs to do to make sure that they are protected. So good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start at the way beginning, okay? So someone gets hurt on the job. What types of benefits are actually available to them?
Well, first, thank you for having me.
Yes.
So the nature of the benefits is dependent on the type of accident you have, but very generally speaking, the workers' comp insurance carrier is responsible for paying wage loss benefits and medical benefits. So the money you're missing when you're out of work, as well as the medical treatment involved with your accident. In addition to that, there are other kinds of benefits, like specific loss benefits that are for cases involving amputation or loss of use of a body part. There are scarring or disfigurement benefits for any scars or disfigurement above the clavicle area, and death benefits for the dependents from an injured worker that was killed in the course and scope of their employment.
All right, so let's say you actually get hurt on the job. How do you balance everything that comes with that? You've got rehab, taking care of your family, making sure you still have a job to actually come back to?
I think it's hard, and I think you don't want to do it alone.
Right.
The simple answer is support. Right? So you want to have the support of your family, your friends involved. These accidents don't just affect the injured worker, they affect everyone in their circle. In order to sort of put yourself in the best position, I think the support of an attorney is a necessity in that regard as well.
So let's say you're doing everything right. You have gotten help, you have your support, you have now workers' comp. Why would someone still be stressed out over this?
I think the uncertainty, maybe.
Okay.
One of the main issues about workers' comp is you're not getting paid 100% of what you made when the accident happened.
Right, it's just a percentage.
That's
so
correct.
There's typically something to make up there.
Right, so you're losing a little bit of money when you're out of work. The insurance company or the employer is not obligated to keep paying for your health benefits, so that's an added expense in some of these cases as well for these injured workers. So I think, like I said, the uncertainty, really, what's going to happen next? How am I going to support my family? It's got to keep people up at night.
So they don't have to pay health insurance?
No, so when you're not working, you think about it this way.
You're hurt on the job.
Right.
And then they don't pay your health insurance?
So the way it works is the workers' comp carrier is obligated to pay for the accepted injury. So you hurt your back at work, they pay for that. The entitlement to health benefits is tied to your ongoing employment.
Right.
So the employer is not obligated to continue contributing to your health benefits if you're no longer working for them.
Do you help with that, though? Like, do you often try to fight that? Or that's a tough one?
Unfortunately, there's not much to do to fight. They have to pay those benefits out of pocket. But it is something to consider when you have an injury like a workers' comp injury. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, so what's the one or two things related to Pennsylvania's worker compensation system that you find clients either don't know, maybe that was one of them, and or need to know the most?
Well, I think the biggest maybe flaw in the system or thing you need to be worried about, I think, is a false sense of comfort. So you're home, you're collecting your weekly workers' comp checks, and they're paying for your medical bills. What you don't know is that the insurance company has an entire staff of adjusters and investigators that are actively trying to terminate or end their exposure or stop your benefits. So I think talking to an attorney about what's going on with your claim is very important. You have a document when your claim gets accepted. It establishes how much you're entitled to in wages, as well as what the injury is. So you see countless times someone can sustain a concussion and the only accepted injury is a scalp contusion, something much less serious. And the problem there is whatever injury is formally accepted dictates the kind of treatment that you can get down the road.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's good. This is really good to know. So you would truly recommend, as soon as something happens, call an attorney?
Yeah, I think, yes, absolutely. And my unbiased opinion of being an attorney. But I think what you want to consider, and I think a lot of people are hesitant to call an attorney for a lot of different reasons. One of those reasons, I think, is a sense of loyalty to their employer or loyalty to the job that they had, which makes sense because you've got long-term employees getting hurt. What I would say is that the insurance company has no loyalty to the injured worker.
Right.
Consulting an attorney in no way impacts the relationship with your employer. What we do, specifically at our firm, is we'll do a free consultation to evaluate the status of the claim. That's a confidential consultation so that your employer may never know that we ever met in the first place.
Right.
You just need someone to bounce ideas off of and get information from.
You have to look out for yourself, because no one else will, right?
Absolutely.
Tell everyone where they can find Georgia List.
So GeorgiaListLaw.com, and you can call us at 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Awesome. You can find them obviously by calling them. We also have an area set up on our website to make it even easier for you guys to reach out to them or ask them any questions you may have. You can find that at the top of our site under Morning News, and then call Georgia List first. Thank you so much for being here. We
Thank you
really
for having me.
appreciate
Thank you.
it. And we will be back with more Fox 43 Morning News coming up after this.